Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Quantum Leap. I'm your host, Toyin Umesiri. Today, I have a very special lecture to share with you, and it's about designing the life you love. You see, what I'm about to teach you and guide you on, you can use it anytime in the year, anytime you're seeking transformation, anytime you're thinking about elevating your life, and anytime you're trying to create a new world around you and have a better experience of life. So I'm going to go quite deeper today than usual because really it's a good time towards the end of the year or when you're starting a new year as you sit back and reflect about how you've done the year, how you've experienced the year, and what your desires are for the future. So this is going to follow a framework, a 5-step framework. Okay, so it's about designing the life you love and giving you the tips and tools that will help you do just that. So the first thing in the framework is about clarity of desires and goals. While this sounds very, very simple, it's probably the most difficult thing anybody can do because it requires you to quiet yourself, to reflect, to think deeply, to explore your own inner universe, and to uncover your deep desires. You see, most of us in the world, we're running really, really fast. We're running in the fast lane. We're doing so much. Many people are burnt out. Many people are lost. Many people feel stuck. But what we ought to be doing is slowing down. If you want to do this really well, to gain clarity of desires and goals, it actually requires us to take a moment of pause, right? To quiet ourselves, to go within ourselves, to think deeply, to reflect, to explore what's going on within us. And that's often when you withdraw from the outside to really think through what's going on within you and then to design, okay, the process of designing, to envision, to gain deep insight about what you really want for your life. One of the reasons this exercise is also extremely powerful is because the human mind actually needs clarity. Many people know what they want, but they don't know how to pursue it. They do not understand the step-by-step involved in creating that life. Okay, so what I'm going to walk you through are steps that an idea or a desire have to go on so that you understand that within the mind framework is that you actually have to, in a way, guide your mind, tell your mind what outcomes you seek for your life. So for example, you can start with, I want this, right? So want, most people know what they want, but want is just information. One of the things about human beings is that we are energy beings. And when you are ready to pursue, to create, okay, what you want, you are energizing your wants. You are giving it permission to manifest in your life. So you want to go from just wanting something, which is just information, to really unleashing and unlocking within you, right, the energy of pursuit. When you're ready to pursue, when you're ready to create, when you're ready to manifest, then you take your want and you energize it and you make it a desire. And once you have a sense of possibility that your desires can manifest, then that's when you start moving into the world of beliefs. Because beliefs is tied to a form of vibration where you actually already within you, you've seen the future you desire, right? Let me give you an example. When an architect wants to construct a building, okay? So the building has to exist physically. However, for it to go from an idea, you have to give it color, you have to give it room, you have to write the vision, you have to paint a picture. That picture gives you a sense of possibility. In a way, it is already done within you. You've kind of emptied yourself on paper. The architect has drawn laid a drawing of what they're seeing in their mind. So the idea you carry, the desires you carry, giving it room to write it down gives you some form of completion. The first step in completion is that you can see the drawing, you can see the angles, you can see what it's going to look like when it's constructed. So that's also something I want you to explore, is that designing the life you love the more you can write it, the more you can believe it, the more you can within you see it clearly. You know, sometimes people want to take pictures, right? The more color you can bring about what it is you desire, your mind and body begins to come alive to help you create, to help you manifest it. Also, deep thinking is one of the key factors that help you design the life you love. Those who do not think, okay, will be told what to do. That's one of the things I try to tell my students is that if you don't spend time exploring what you seek for yourself and owning your own desires and creating your own beliefs and then dedicating yourself to pursue it and create it and manifest it, oftentimes somebody else who has done that work, okay, will give you the blueprint that you'll use to run your life. So this is about the blueprint, okay? Who creates the blueprint you're going to live by? Hopefully you do. This is about taking charge and doing that for you. And in order to do it, deep thinking is what unlocks the roadmap that you're going to travel on. So spending time to think about what you want and how to get it and when you want it and who is going to help you, what you will do and what you're going to need other people to do for you on your journey. Those are things you need to lay out. Also, when you have to start talking about it, the words that come out of you really also have to support, right? Where you have to tell people, when in business we talk about sales, marketing, is that if you want to build a business, a successful business, right? Within you, you know what you want. But sales marketing, okay, involves you inviting other people as part of that reality. In order for your business to be successful, okay, you're going to need clients, customers, employees, staff, people who are going to help you build. In order to build a house, the architect that carries the vision, that casts the vision, will need contractors, plumbers, electricians, people who have different diversity of skills. So the bigger the scope of the life you want, the bigger the dreams you have, please also understand that you're going to need to sell it, to talk about it, to invite people, to energize other people, to believe in your dreams, and to work with you in actualizing that vision. You're also going to need to take action. What you are going to do and what you're going to need other people to do. So at a very high level, clarity of desire and goals, if you can spread this out to say what you want, what you desire, what you believe, and think deeply about how you're going to manifest it, the how, the when, the who, the where, and also start talking about it because you are inviting other people, talking to the right people, mentors, sponsors, coaches, right, guides that can help you enrich and also bring together the things that you're going to use to build that life. The second side of this framework is what I call assessing your current abilities and possibilities. This is so important because oftentimes the person you're going to need to become to achieve bigger dreams, right? You may not currently have the skills, you may not currently have the abilities that is required to pull it off. Okay? That's why many times people doubt themselves, people are afraid, because truly the version of you currently may not be equipped to fully actualize bigger dreams. Now, when you are aware and you are honest with yourself, it's almost like take inventory of the journey you've gone on so far, the skills you've acquired, right? The abilities you have, what you've done before, and use that to build confidence in yourself that if you've gained this before, if you've given yourself the permission to learn new skills before, and then you trust yourself that on this new journey, you can also learn new skills. When people don't do this step, they give up, right? Because if you attempt to pursue bigger goals with less skills, this is where stress lives in, right? You're building new strength, you're building new capacity, but most people can mistake it for their lack of capabilities. Okay? So training yourself is the journey. Is that when you want to do something you've never done before, you may already be missing the gap because what you're currently having is what you have capacity for today. When you want something bigger tomorrow, It's time to expand your capacity. It's time to grow. It's time to develop yourself. And this is where personal development continues to expand people's ability to go after more. Those who do not invest in personal development often get stuck because of who they are and not going on a journey to become much more than they could be. Okay, the third step on the framework, in the framework, is about managing resistance and internal barriers. You see, every time we stretch out there to do something bigger, if you don't explore your past, right, the past stories that may be attached to who you used to be, they may be the stories that actually become a resistance to who you want to become. And I break this down into three types of resistance I've seen as I've coached entrepreneurs around the world. Is that you could have a knowledge base, okay, that is a gap. What you used to know versus what you need to know, right? How are you going to close that gap? Because knowledge helps you unlock new abilities, helps you unlock new abilities in a territory. When you want to dominate a space, when you want to do new things, you do need to understand how that space works, okay? If you want to move into the world of business, you're an employee, you want to be an entrepreneur, well, guess what? Entrepreneurship is a domain, okay? It's a domain of knowledge where if you want to achieve success, you have to know how that domain, how things work in that space. So pursuing knowledge to close your knowledge gap is one of those things to remove resistance. Because if you move from one domain of expertise and you attempt to go into a new domain that you have no expertise, you find that your body is not trained to be successful in that space. So the journey you have to go on in pursuing knowledge, in training your mind, in training your body to be able to achieve success, to know and understand and develop skills that will help you perform and achieve results in that space. You need to now make sure you go after that so that you remove an internal barriers, meaning lack of knowledge. Like ignorance, lack of knowledge is a barrier for you to achieve success in a space you have no knowledge in. Another barrier is relationship, is that the relationship that sustains, for example, a successful business is different from the relationship that sustains an employee, right? An employee may just need to, right, access one company that believes in their skills and is ready to pay them. For the world of business, you need a strong network, right? You need to network your way to success. People need to know you. You need to know more people. People need to trust you because we do business with people we know, like, and trust. So I want to challenge you to explore that in order for you to pull off, to do what you said you're going to do, to build the life of your dreams, what types of people need to know you, know more about your skills, trust you, believe in your competency, can buy into your ideas and your dreams and will be willing to work with you. And who are the people you can also serve, right? Who can serve you? Who can you serve? Who can you go on that journey on? Who can you support as well? And also, who can you mentor? Who can you take on another journey to help them also elevate as you also look for other people to help you achieve your goals? So oftentimes, people may not have the right relationships, okay, for their next level. So investing in networking, traveling to conferences, showing up also to business conferences in that domain, getting to know people, sharing your business cards will help you build a stronger network in that dimension. One of the other resistance and inner barriers is what I call resources. It is an inner barrier because in order for you to attract resources, you have to understand what do you have, what do you need, and who are the people that actually have the resources. One of the things I strongly believe is that strong relationships help you unlock resources because you may have the vision, okay? And I say those who carry vision will get provision. So this concept of provision is that people who have resources, you need to know them and they need to know you and they need to believe in you and you need to be in relationship with them. So resource gaps, okay, can easily be solved when you close the relationship gaps, right? Is that when you know the people that can help you access the resources, whether you need a bank, a banking officer, you need government resources, you need investors, whatever it is you need to fulfill your goals, It's always within somebody's access. Somebody has the capacity. Okay, maybe it's an institution, maybe it's an organization, maybe it's a group of people, maybe it's a conference. You may be able to connect with the right people. So I don't want you to give up because you don't have resources, because many people do that. They have big dreams and then they conclude because the resources is not within their current network, they conclude that that's it. So why I'm teaching this is that resources abound in the world. You have to believe that. You have to know that. The key is who has the resources that can help you unlock, right, the success you achieve, and how are you going to move yourself to be in community with those people and to build trust. And it takes time. It can take time to build that level of trust. And that's why I also teach the power of networking, right? Because that's important to unlocking higher levels of success. The final two, the fourth one would be your future abilities and possibilities, which is also related to number two, is that number two is talking about who you are today, what you can do, what you have the ability for, the sense of possibility that you carry within yourself. And then number four is about the future you. Can you also envision, can you see in your mind who you're going to be? Because one of the things about manifestation is if you can see your future, the future you, and what capabilities you have, it will help you draw in action steps. Now you know what you're supposed to be working on. Now you know the skills you're going to be practicing on. And one of the things I tell my student that helps them really practice this well is I say, when you know who you are and when you have a vision for the person you're becoming, you can then start asking yourself today, what do I need to stop doing? What do I need to start doing? What do I need to continue doing? Meaning, the person that you are today and the person you're going to be, what consistency, right? What are the consistency in that identity and that personality? Is that the person you are today and the person you're going to be, if you agree on specific principles and value system and belief system and thinking patterns and behaviors, then that's something you need to continue doing because it is consistent with who you're going to be. If you find out that the person that you are, the things you're doing, the way you're behaving today is not going to support you who you want to be. So let me give an example. Let's say you want to lose weight, okay? The future version of you, okay, has a particular weight. The current version of you is at a particular weight. What behaviors are you going to change? What are you doing today that you have to stop doing? What are you going to start doing that you know if you remain consistent on that path, suddenly you're going to become? When people don't make this distinction, they hope. They hope that they lose weight, they hope that they achieve, they hope, but they are not taking steps, they're not taking action, and they are not removing barriers. The things that they are doing today, the things they believe, the actions they are taking today, that is actually in opposition, right? It's opposite. You're going in the wrong direction of where you say you want to end up. Right? So don't put more distance between you and your future. You're supposed to close the distance. And the way you close the distance is to start doing today for yourself what you know in the future you are going to need to learn how to do for yourself. So it's about training into becoming. Consistency in new behavior will suddenly help you become and arrive at your destination. And then finally, I talk about planning, spending time to plan, action steps. So when you know what you need to do, you have an idea of what you need to learn, you know what you need to change, what you need to adjust, you understand what you need to continue doing, then you need to plan. Because your schedule now needs to change. Your daily patterns of behavior needs to change. Because if you don't change what you do every single day, nothing is going to change. If you wake up when you wake up, if you eat what you eat, if you go where you go, right? You may have all these amazing things on paper, written down, promises you're going to make to yourself about what you want to achieve in the coming year. Fantastic. But in order to manifest, in order to design, in order to create that life, look at your daily activities and start saying, what do you need to change? What do you need to shift? Because a well-planned out day, okay, will produce a well-planned out year. Because the entire year is going to be lived. You're going to live it one day at a time. 365 days, right? Is that what you do with your days, what you do in the days, what you do with your time, energy, resources daily, the cumulative effect okay, is what builds momentum behind your dreams, so that when you arrive at the end of the year, you're going to see exactly what you hope to see. So consistency and new patterns of behavior, new daily discipline is something you're going to need to pursue. I encourage you to pursue that as well. So I hope this has been beneficial to you, helping you design the life you love. And I'd love to hear from you. I also have a new tool that helps. It's an AI powered personal development guide that is based on my body of work. And so if you would like to access that, I also have chat prompts, GPT prompts that would absolutely help you unlock greater success for your life. So if you would like to explore that new resource, technology powered personal development guide, reach out, visit my website, toyinyumesiri.com. And I would love to hear from you. If you also have questions or you have topics you'd like us to cover on future episodes, please reach out as well. God bless you. I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.